Now let's see how we can perform some basic conditional operations in JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript conditions is basically how we will display something on the screen, or you perform an operation based on conditions, whether the condition is true or false. Okay, so let's say we have a value of x to be equal to 18. Okay, so and then we're gonna have if. This is actually how you can write your condition. Okay, so if I click on this now, you can see that it says if followed by a condition. So what's the condition that I want to give? I'm just gonna say if x is greater than 18. Okay, if s is greater than 18, do something for me. Console.log, I can say x is greater than 18. Okay, so this will only run if x is greater than 18. In other words, anything inside this if statement is gonna work only when it is true. So from our last lesson, we learned that x greater than 18 will return what? False, because x is not greater than what? 18. So since this will return false, we need an else statement in case if the statement is not gonna return true. Okay, so I cannot come here and just go ahead and say x is less than or equal to 18. Okay, so in this case, how this thing works is that it goes ahead and check out the condition. Remember, the condition is actually the thing in the parentheses, so it's actually going to check it out. If it's true, it will not perform this operation inside of the if. But if eventually it is false, it will go ahead and perform the operation in this else statement. So from you right now, do you think the answer is gonna be s is greater than 18 or x is less than 18? Okay, so it is obvious that the answer is gonna be s is less than 18 because x is actually not greater than 18. It's actually less than or equal to 18. Okay, so let's just go ahead and log in this, and it says s is less or equal to 18. Basically, s is less or equal to 18. Okay, so that is why we are having this. But when we say x is greater than 10, okay, so what's gonna happen here is that it's going to go ahead and check out this condition, and this right now this condition is true because 18 obviously is greater than 10. So it will go ahead and run this particular line 6, and when it runs this, it goes ahead and stop, and it will no longer focus on the else, because the else statement only runs when the conditions are not met. That is, the conditions are not true. That is when the else statement will run. But in this case, the else statement will not run because the condition here in the line 5 is already true. Okay, so therefore we're gonna have s is greater than what? 18, because that is actually the truth. Okay, so let's say we have other stuffs. Okay, there is also a way to do some conditions. Okay, and that is actually gonna introduce you to if else statement. Okay, the if else statement, that's actually is a way to specify a new condition if the first condition of your program is not met. Okay, so let's say we have, before this else statement, let's say we have s greater than 18. Okay, s greater than 18, you say consider of log this. Okay, so log out this for me only if s is greater than what? 18. But how be it if s is not greater than 18? I will now write if else. Okay, is not greater than 18. Maybe s is greater than let's try s greater than 16. Okay, you can now come and say console.log s greater than, instead of 18 this time around, you're just gonna write 16. Okay, so finally else, finally else meaning that peradventure else is not even greater than 16. Okay, just say s is less than 18 and 16. Okay, remember you can just go ahead and perform any operation you want here. I'm just using this console as an example. Okay, so let me try to explain what I wrote here. I'm saying that if s is greater than 18, okay, which is false. We know that it's false from here. S is not greater than 18, okay. So it goes ahead and check this condition, and because this condition is false, it will not run this, but it will come to the next line, which is actually line 7, and it is saying if else. It will be like, okay, since the first condition is not met, let's try the second condition. The second condition was s greater than, or is s greater than 16. So is s actually greater than 16? It will say yes, actually s is greater than what, 16, and it will then run this second condition. Okay, so our answer, our expected answer at the moment is actually what, s greater than what, 16, which is basically what you're gonna have here. Okay, now what if peradventure s is not even greater than 16? I'm just gonna change the value of s to 10, and it will go ahead and check this first condition. Since it's not true, it will check the second one. It's not true, it will fall back to the third one, which is basically the final else. Okay, so if I do this now, as you can see, it says x is less than 18 and 16. So this is basically how you can go about trying to check several if statements. Okay, if s is this, else if s is that, else if, until you get to your final destination. Maybe where you get to maybe up to 5 times and you don't want to go again, you can just finally go ahead and say else. Okay, I hope you understand this JavaScript conditions. Okay, I will see you right in the next class.